Hey, what's up everyone? So I wanted to do some questions and answers. I get a lot of questions and stuff through YouTube, Instagram, email, and stuff like that. And I just have like 7 that I want to go over. Simple, fun little ones. So if you asked it, it's here for you. Let's just talk about it. None of these really deserve like an individual video about them. So I figured you fit them into this. Sit back, enjoy, and maybe you've pondered one of these as well. First question today is, how do I feel about breaking a camera intentionally? You mean this one? I don't know what you're talking about. I'll make an EVF for this one as well. If you haven't checked out that video where I made a DSLR mirrorless, I'll link that down below. A lot of you have already have, thankfully. But to the few of you that didn't really watch the video or read the description like you should, you should. Yeah, so. What film cameras do you shoot with? So it's not gonna be your traditional answer here. It's not gonna be what you expect, but I do shoot film, but not with a film camera. I essentially use Polaroid film. I love Polaroid. I've got hooked on these. The SX70, which is this guy right here. You pop this guy up, you know, and you get the instant film like that. So I love the SX70. And then something Chase Jarvis turned me on to years ago, and like about a year and a half ago, I was finally able to buy it, was this guy right here. This is the Polaroid 600 SE. This is like the press camera, film camera back in the day, where you rip out the film. There's a lot of conversions you could put on this, but I still have this manual for now, but a lot of the film is basically discontinued now. It's getting past production date, expiration date, so it's going to be interesting to find, and the people that do have it are overcharging for it, but I get it to an extent. That being said, I really just love shooting with this thing. It's different. It really is, because everything's manual. You have like the rangefinder focus where you have to line it up. Everything's manual. You have to meter outside. You can get a meter for something like this, or you can just use your phone, get an app, a meter for it. And there's essentially 2 films for this. There's the FP100C, and then there's the 3000B. C for color, B for black and white. Obviously the 3000 is a bit easier to shoot with, but it's a little bit grainier. The 100, super sharp, but you need a lot of light. This is essentially outside only film. The 3000B stuff has been discontinued way longer, harder to find, and super expensive if you do, and you gotta hope to get the right batch. But that's the film I shoot with. What cameras do I shoot my YouTube videos with? Bear with me, it's 100 degrees outside and I can't have the air on making this video, just sweating. But I use 3 cameras, the 1DX Mark II, the 5D Mark IV, and the Canon M6. I love using the M6 to make the videos, A, to do the vloggy stuff, maybe some B-roll, but B, if I really don't feel like setting up a camera, a monitor, then I just use the M6. So yeah, what do I want from Canon's mirrorless camera coming out, hopefully soon? So that is an interesting question, especially with everything Nikon and the whole single card slot and everything going on. A lot of valid points and a lot of drama just for clickbait and stuff like that. There was a little bit of a miss there for Nikon, but Canon, I feel like they don't have to do too much. They're pretty close with the M line that they have. They've been experimenting in the mirrorless crop line, which I don't think people are getting for a long time now. M5, M6, and the M50, which is selling pretty well for them, is this experiment to them. I think they can make an in-between of a 5D body and something with the M6, the M50, and I think it's going to look more like the M50 as long as it has the flip-out screen. Once again, I don't care about 4K video, but if it does 4K 30, I'm fine with that. If they do 60, it blows away a lot of people. To me, I like dual card slots. Will it have it? I don't know. As long as you give me 1080, 60 frames a second, I'm absolutely happy. You know, 7 to 10 frames per second, I'm fine with. Actual frames per second. And really, I don't need much. In-body stabilization would be good. Once again, I don't really care about that. But for the market, it would be good. And they could keep it SD. You don't need XQD. You don't need CFast, which I might find them doing in the future, because basically they're the only ones using the CFast stuff right now, especially in the 1DX Mark II. That being said, we will see what happens with Canon, and hopefully in the next few weeks, because yeah. And then if for some reason this video is out right after it is announced for some reason, well, then it's that one. I'll update a pin post down below. What's with my right eye? That is a super common question that I get, and something that is obviously very understandable what you'd ask. It doesn't insult me or anything. I actually have a video called WTF My Eye. I'm doing that. I'll link that down below if you want to learn about my right eye and why it's so weird, and obviously the guy with the eye. Just put 2 and 2 together. What's my favorite camera bag right now? Well, usually I use the Think Tank Airport backpack. I really, really love that. The space, the size of it, what it can hold, and basically kind of how light it is to me. But I really like right now, and I didn't think I'd like as much, and maybe I'll cover this in a video, I don't know. I've kind of been over reviewing bags, but the Peak Design Messenger bag, this is the charcoal one maybe, not 100% sure, but I really, really like the size of this, what it can hold, and all the little compartments to easily pull out gear. But this messenger bag right here, especially for street photography and everything, highly recommend. The last question is, what is my favorite photography tip to share with others or other beginners maybe? And it's actually really simple, and I kind of just summarize my thoughts a little bit, but it's shoot what you like. Shoot for yourself. Stop worrying about the gear. Use whatever you want to get the job done. You don't need the newest and the biggest, and you hear about a lot this from all your favorite YouTubers, Instagrammers, vloggers, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of us review it just because it is the newer stuff. It does help drive traffic to the channel, but you can also inform people of a purchase if you're honest and everything about it, obviously. You don't need it. You shouldn't buy something just because your favorite YouTuber or blogger or whatever says that you should and that this is the best, this is the only way you get good shots. And that's false because, you know, someone might really love Fuji, Sony, Canon, Nikon, Panasonic, etc. But that doesn't mean that that brand is what you'll like. The best way to do it is to either rent gear, get hands-on with it. That being said, enough about the gear. Shoot what you like. Stop trying to shoot for others. It's all about yourself and expressing your creativity and whatever's going through your mind, and that's how you can express it and go from there. So share what you like and be positive in the photography and tech community. That's really all it is. There's more positive than negativity out there, but the negativity comes through way more than the positive does. So don't let that get you down. Keep going and create. That's all I got. I held your eyes and ears long enough, and that's most likely 2 minutes and 30 seconds for most of you, as a lot of people don't watch through, and you're probably a non-subscriber, so subscribe to the channel, give it a like. If you're a subscriber, thank you as always. You've supported me well over enough, and as always, remember to keep an eye out and tune in next time. If you ever have any questions, write those down below, Instagram, email, and maybe I always answer you, and then maybe I'll put it in a video as well and help other people out as well. Have a great one.